Pain is always served as the alarm system. It is the scenario where you're walking along the carpet, you step on a tack, and it's painful, and pain shoots up through the foot, up through to the spinal cord, crosses over to a different highway into the spinal cord, then up into the brain, where we actually kind of perceive and then attach emotional response to pain. The International Association for the Study of Pain suggested that pain has both an emotional quotient and a sensory quotient. And even the aspect of potentially painful could be painful. The suggestion that pain isn't just a physical phenomenon, but it's how we interpret the sensation from our body that in and of itself could be problematic. It can describe potential tissue damage or actual tissue damage. Anesthesiology as an original kind of specialty or discipline focused on pain naturally because of the fact that there was a situation with post-surgical pain. Pain, what we've learned, is much more complicated than just post-surgical pain. With regard to post-surgical pain, the first controlled human injuries and observing them, the thought is there are some patients that have more incredible pain than others. And how does that happen? There have been nuances to understand that even with the two groups, men and women, that there are differences. There are genetic differences that correlate to how we perceive pain. A good example that is the suggestion of tinnitus. If you have ringing in the ears, the suggestion has been, well, that's a problem, but is that painful? Well, certainly it's an abnormal sensory experience that many have argued holds all the water with respect to the definition of chronic pain. So I usually mention that because it actually expands the definition of what we typically think pain is.